good while.
Yeah, with that lead and the way Mountain View has been controlling the ball on the ground, they would just look to eat up some clock. And so you're right, Mesa's got to have something happen here. Orlando McKay, wide near side of the field. Richardson to put it in the air, lofts it downfield, it's knocked down. Threw that one in heavy traffic. And the pass incomplete. Trying to hit Shane McCord.
Heavy traffic is right. There are about 4 Toros around the ball, and somebody ran a mistaken pass pattern for the Jackrabbits because there are 2 of them right there on top of one another.
McCord and Griffin right in the same area. And you do not want to see that. So it's second down, 10 to go. Ball out at the 17-yard line. Just the start of the 4th quarter. Mountain View on top in this one. Richardson looking for time, gets it away, and he throws a bullet to Griffin complete. And Griffin's got a first down out over the 35 to the 39-yard line. Richardson just avoided being hit, just got the pass away before he got hit, and he drilled it in there.
He did. Painter again was coming and was about to descend on Richardson when he threw a strike. Well, number 70 for Mountain View is Bill Cox. He was also in on there, giving some pressure, but Painter was coming from the right side. What a good catch by Griffin.
Was an excellent catch by Griffin.
On a cold night.
Had to stretch out and bring it in, and he did so. Big first down, Mesa. They show blitz. Richardson on a roll. He's going to be hit and dropped. Back at the 36-yard line, a loss of a couple on the play.
May have a flag down at the play. There's a holding call.
Flag down. It's going to be a face mask against Mountain View. So a face mask against the Toros as they break through and sack Richardson. They got a piece of the mask in the process. That's going to move the football down into Toro territory.
It'll be a first down for Mesa.
What if it was Colin Redding, the linebacker? 53. That time Painter came right up to the line of scrimmage to show blitz right before the snap of the ball.
He'll do that, and then he just darts through there before the Jackrabbit line can pick him up.
First and 10, and a handoff goes to Salter. Lost his footing momentarily, went down for a loss on the play. Mike Fair breaking through from the middle linebacker spot to make the tackle. Well, they're just getting to Salter and Steffen before either one of them has a chance to get any momentum going.
Now, the Jackrabbits haven't done too well winning the battle on the line enough, both offensively and defensively.
There was a loss on that play, so it is now second down and about 13 to go. We played 2 minutes of this 4th quarter, 10 minutes to play. Mountain View leads by 5. Richardson rolling away from trouble, stops and lets it go long, and it's going to be incomplete, almost intercepted. Try to hit McKay down there, and Standage was back on defense. To knock it away and almost intercept. Also DeGracie back in that area.
One thing that you try to do to neutralize a pass rush is roll away from it. But Richardson, with all kinds of pressure, people breathing down his neck. Number 76 for Mountain View was Schlegel. Number 55 was Clarkson. And it almost cost Richardson an intercepted pass because he was throwing under such pressure.
So now it's third down. Ball on the 49-yard line of the Jackrabbits. And that's what Richardson's done tonight. Milius goes in motion. Richardson being pressured. Screen up the middle, incomplete. He tried to hit Salter, incomplete, and I mean they are really coming after Richardson.
Well, that was a good call with such a terrific passer. In fact, I'm surprised we haven't seen it before.
So am I.
A screen pass. But they were actually Mountain View had that pretty well defensed because even if the ball had been caught, it would have been undoubtedly a short gain. As you see the fake right there. Now they allow the rush to come in, and the screen sets up over the middle.
Mike Fair was the one who put the big pressure on Richardson that time. Mesa getting a man late on the field. We're going to get a penalty marker down. Duncan's kick is away, and it takes a nice bounce for Mesa, but this one's going to come back, and they're going to have to kick it again. Mesa got a man on the field late, and he was not set by the time the ball was snapped. The penalty marker went down, and there's the procedure call. So they're going to have to kick it away after a nice 43-yard punt with a good roll by Duncan.
Well, what it meant that Mountain View was inside its 10-yard line.
This might prove to be a big penalty. Boy, they had them pinned back on that punt by Duncan. Now he's got to kick it over again. Mac Fitch is the lone man back from Mountain View. Clock shows 9 minutes and 39 seconds to go in this ball game. Mountain View leading 11-6. Mesa, a touchdown pass. Richardson to Griffin in the first quarter. There have been 2 safeties recorded in the game. 15 penalties in the game, as you can see there. And the only touchdown for Mountain View, a 1-yard sneak by quarterback Trevor Cavanaugh. So Duncan will kick it away again to Fitch. Mountain View coming after the kicker. Nice high kick. Fitch will field and fair catch at his 22-yard line. So a big rush put on, and Duncan got a nice kick away that time down to the 22. And the Toros go to work 1st and 10. Toros sent everybody that time. "34-yard kick. 34-yard punt that time by Duncan. Here come the Toros. They've done all their damage, or most of it anyway, tonight on the ground. Van Morlehem hit right in his tracks. Maybe got a yard or so on the play. Mesa defense stacking him up. Ivan Correa in the football game in a linebacking spot or at a nose guard position. Here's Allen back in, Van Morlehem out.
Well, it's really important for Mesa to force down, Mountain View to kick the ball away right here, because the Jackrabbits may not get the ball back but one more time tonight.
2nd down, 9 to go. Fumble on the play, and I think Mesa got it. Yes, the Jackrabbits have recovered.
The first turnover of the ball game. Second?
Yeah, the pass interception at the end of the first half.
Right, that's right.
But this one is a big fumble. And Mesa there to pounce on it at the 23-yard line of Mountain View.
We've seen a couple of times when balls have been juggled in by Mountain View backs, but they've been able to hang on. He didn't get the ball out. I'm not sure. It's impossible to tell right there whether Cavanaugh intended to keep it or wanted the back to take it. But in any event, the Jackrabbits in great shape.
Richardson wants to put it up right away. Out pass, and it's incomplete. He had Orlando McKay wide open, and he couldn't hang on down to around the 15-yard line.
Boy, nothing fancy about that play either. A simple square-out pattern, and there wasn't any deception to it. The defender was just playing him very, very softly.
Had to go up, but that's a catchable ball. So it is 2nd and 10. Dennis Milius out of the ball game, and Shane McCord in at the slot back spot. McCord's got a touchdown reception to his credit this year, a 44-yarder. We had a 44-yard touchdown run against Saguaro. They realign the backs again. Richardson hands it off, and he just did get the handoff away before Big Bill Cox wrapped up Salder and dropped him.
You know, you watch Mesa, and you almost, at times, you feel that they're disorganized or confused. And if so, it's got to be because of what Mountain View is doing in that defensive line, bringing people up. There's Painter again, just pesky, maybe the best word for him if he's in on that tackle. But there have been a lot of times tonight when he hasn't been in the tackle, but forced Mesa to do something it hadn't planned on.
He's one of the toughest 5'9", 160-pounders you'll see, Brian Painter. Richardson with a lot of time this time, throws incomplete. He threw it for Sean Griffin inside the 15. He had to go high in the air, and the ball went right through his hands. So it's 4th down now.
Richardson probably wishes he had that ball back, because that pass could have been completed had it been thrown better. The man is wide open.
So it's 4th down. Tom Duncan is coming on the field. He is the field goal kicker. There is 7 minutes 47 seconds to play. Duncan so far this year has field goals of 34 yards against McClintock, 30 yards against Corona del Sol, and 24 yards against Dobson. This will be a 42-yard attempt for Duncan. Penalty markers go down. If this is a delay of game, you're looking at a 47-yard attempt if they want to kick it again.
Well, if it's a delay of game, it's the quickest watch
It's against Mountain View. Well, that'll move it 5 yards closer. It will still not be enough for the first down, I don't believe. No.
Somebody lined up in the neutral zone. Again, that rule in Arizona high school football. The defensive team cannot cross into the neutral zone and get back.
So that'll move them 5 yards closer.
Boy, I tell you what, if you're Mesa, wouldn't you give some thought to perhaps going for it right here? 4th and 6 is a whole lot different than 4th and 11.
Well, maybe the other thing they're thinking with a field goal now makes it 11-9.
They're going for it.
They're going to go for it. So they're going to go for it on 4th and 6. They send Milius in motion. And here comes Mountain View on a blitz. Richardson throws over the middle, and it's complete. Milius grabbed it with people draped around him inside the 10 at the 8.
I tell you what, Richardson's probably thrown about 200 passes this year, better than that one, but maybe none more important.
Milius had people all around him, and he was able to hang on to it.
The wall was caving in around Richardson. He had to unload it, and it was almost like a shot put rather than a pass. He just forced it in there, and how Milius was able to hang on, I don't know.
First and goal from the 8 of Mountain View. Mesa's got the ball. They've just converted their biggest down of the night. Richardson's rolling right. He's throwing. He's got a man. Touchdown! Shane McCord! And Mesa's got the lead.
Can you believe it? Mesa has had 2 drives all night and otherwise done nothing, and they lead.
An 8-yard pass from Richardson to McCord, and the Mesa faithful let their team know how they feel. They've come over here and packed their side of the field, and now it's Mesa on top in this one. 12-11.
Well, they ought to go for 2 right here. If they go for 1 and make it, they only lead by 2 points. That doesn't do them any good. So they should go for 2. And if they make it, it would mean that Mountain View with a field goal would only tie.
Well, it was a penalty on the part of Mountain View that caused Jim Rattay to change his mind, and instead of a field goal, he elected to go for it. They got the pass completion, and right here, Richardson on a roll finds McCord, who goes up and scores.
That is a tough pass to execute for Richardson because he's going to his right and trying to throw left-handed. But, George, to go back to something you just said, perhaps, and we'll have to see how this game turns out, but perhaps the biggest play of the ball game is Mountain View jumping offside into the neutral zone when it appeared that Mesa was going to try to kick